Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. This is Monday edition. Turns out I'm pretty much scheduled to work weekends, so I won't be doing many weekend reviews, but I'm back on Monday. I'm going to do what I think is my first Shipyard review. I'm going to have to check my notes, but I don't think I've ever reviewed a Shipyard beer. I'm going to do their 4X IPA. It's from Pugsley's signature series. Little bit from the website. 4X IPA is a non-traditional American IPA with a brilliant copper color and the classic citrus nose of Cascade hops. This beer demonstrates a unique balance of malt-inspired, delicate red malt-inspired, malt-inspired what, I don't know, delicate red grapefruit sweetness and lingering hop dryness. The OG and final alcohol per volume provide the structure and body to balance the harmony of distinct flavors. Cascade Warrior, Summit and Glacier hops are used for bittering, and Cascade hops are added for dry hopping after fermentation. This hop blend is well balanced with malted wheat, pale ale, crystal, and caramel malts. To full enjoy all the flavors. Boy, they've really got to edit their website. This ale is best drunk at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. This beer pairs well with Cajun dishes, blackened fish, and BBO. I'm assuming they meant barbecue. Boy, they really got to edit that. 4X draws its name from the British Brewing convention of using X's to denote style. And then it says 70 BU. I'm assuming they mean 70 IBU. 9.25% ABV. I see a best enjoyed by October of 12 on the bottle, so it's a bit old. But as far as I know, it's my first Shipyard cap, so get it added to my collection anyway. And let's see what this Shipyard beer does a few months past its best by date. I'd never seen a Shipyard on the shelves before here in Iowa, so imagine they're fairly recent. About a 4-pack of this, so. Okay, we got a nice, it's fairly clear, copper orange, copper almost amber color. Couple fingers of a slightly off-white, fairly thick, creamy head. Looks like a bunch of carbonation streaming up, so let me get a nose on this. Okay, I'm getting deep. Definitely sweet caramel malts, little molasses, maybe some floral and citrus hops. The malts is definitely malt forward on the aroma. Caramel, sweet candy, maybe a little brown sugar, just a hint of maybe like an orange zest smell, but it's a bready, super sweet, malt forward IPA, that's for sure. So let me give it a taste. Definitely malt forward on the taste too. Nice big caramel malt base. It's got some nice piney hops in there. I didn't really pick up any pine on the nose. Definitely getting some brown sugar, some citrus. The finish, there's a little bit of like a lingering hop bitterness, but not a lot there. At least in this incarnation, it's definitely a malt forward IPA. The hops that are there are pretty sweet too. I mean, they're there, they're present, but they're sort of more towards the sweet variety. They're fairly well balanced with almost smoky malt flavor with this. Slight bitter finish, slight bit of alcohol heat just on the finish. 9.25%. It's medium, I'd say medium full bodied, really smooth. Generally a warming beer, so kind of sticky. Let me sit and sip on this a while. I'll come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, everybody, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. I added the rest of the bottle and been sipping on this. This is an enjoyable, nicely drinkable beer. I can tell, even despite its somewhat advanced age, that this was a very, very malty double IPA before, you know, when it was first brewed. It's definitely strongly malt forward. Overall, I think it goes down pretty easy. I could probably drink a few of these. I won't have any problem with the other three I got in the 4-pack. It's a pretty decent beer, but it's pretty average for most double IPAs. It could really use a little more hops. Maybe cut back on the malts a little bit. But if you're one that likes your oh, and the lacing is beautiful down the glass. So I mean, that is just gorgeous lacing all the way down the glass. But if you're somebody that likes your double IPAs with a really, really strong malt backbone, this would be the one for you. That's for sure. I know the Midwest Shipyard. I don't even know where they're out of. Portland, Maine. So they brewed by Shipyard Brewing Company, Portland, Maine. So I think they've just I've heard about their smashed pumpkin. I've never had that beer. I heard that's a pretty good pumpkin beer. So maybe next year, now that Shipyard's in the state, they'll maybe I'll be able to pick up one of those. But overall, I'm going to say this is a decent drinkable beer. As a good beer, not as a double IPA, I'd probably give it I don't know, maybe 8 out of 10. But as a double IPA, it's too malty for me. I do like a lot more hops in them, and I can tell that this, even when fresh, is definitely, there's a lot more malts and hops. So I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. Like I said, if you like a nice malty drink with a little bit of hop bitterness, yeah, that'd go the 8 out of 10. But as a double IPA, my score on the Shipyard XXXX IPA from Pugsley's Signature Series is going to get a 6 out of 10 for me. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.